Okay, let's move on to Balestier Khalsa now. Hey, any of their signings stand out for you, Balestier Khalsa?
Balestier Khalsa.
I love Marco, by the way. He's quality, isn't he?
I think retaining Christic is a signing itself.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he was a club top scorer last season. So I think that retaining him is key to their plans this year.
They lost against Ceres LaSalle. I went to see that game. Nick, you saw that game?
Yeah, I did. Just the Filipino side, they were just quicker and stronger.
They snapped up former Young Lions pair Sheikh Abdul Hadi, Fadli Kamas, shoring up the defence. Veteran Jamil Ali from Tampines Rovers, Fazli Ayob, and Saifik Zainal.
Yeah.
And the majority of last season's squad retained. They always seem to do better than what they should, Balestier Khalsa. Gary?
Well, the thing is, excuse me, but the thing is, I mean, for Balestier, where it is concerned, I mean, this season they kept roughly half their squad of last season, while several of them went on to other clubs. I mean, like Ignatius, who went on to Warriors. I mean, but for this season itself, these signings are actually of a very different breed, because normally they tend to promote from within their youth ranks, but this time round they're getting, I mean, youngsters who have something to prove, having not have had good seasons elsewhere. I mean, if you look at, for particular, Shafiq Zainal, I saw the game in the friendly against Ceres. Shafiq was running around so much, he's trying to prove himself that he's going to be a leading striker again, having spent so much time all these 4 years at Lions 12 and the previous and 2011 at Courts Young Lions without that much success. So there's always that hunger, there's always that desire to want to prove, I mean, their own critics wrong, their own inner demons, to quash their own inner demons, that they can do this, they can cut it at the S-League level.
Top 4 for you this year, Nigel?
Unfortunately, no. The squad, essentially, if you look at the signing, it's the same thing that Marco wants. Hardworking players who put in 100% of effort, maybe 110%. But like they have said, if you look at the squad, the quality is just lacking there. They lost Po Yifong, Ignatius, 2 of the key players last year. They haven't really replaced them. You've got guys like Zulkifli still there. They've signed Jamil Ali. They will provide you with something down the wings. But ultimately, I think the lack of a quality in the middle of the park is where it will hurt them the most.
Amos?
Yeah, I think they're gonna be finishing somewhere in mid-table, I guess. For me, they've, like I said, they've not had extensive key signings. But what they do have is probably some of the players that have something to prove. And with Marco at the helm, he's a leader by example, and I'm sure they all respect him as a coach. And I'm very sure that he'll be able to actually nurture and get something out of these boys that could possibly take them just above mid-table.
That's 4th then.
Yeah, how they performed last year is like how Leicester performing the Piala this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well for them. I guess that what worked for them was there wasn't high expectations for them, like how Leicester is right now, and then how they've climbed that far. It's a bonus for everybody.
But that's it. I mean, this is going to be a rather tricky season for Balestier. They are still playing in the AFC Cup for the 2nd straight year. So these additional commitments, how are they going to balance it up? And how this massive lot of young players who are playing in the Prime League, how much are they going to prove? Are they good enough to be stepping up into the rather thin S-League first-team squad?
Good experience for them last year, though. AFC Cup, that whole thing. Did you play?
It's definitely a new experience. I mean, you playing in the S-League and taking up a notch, and when you're at the AFC Cup, it's a whole different ball game in there. Yeah, for sure.
Literally a different ball, different balls.
Different. You're right. Well, yes, they actually play with different balls there.
Different way of doing things. So the balls have to. Marco was saying it's crazy, man. All the balls have to be carried out in a particular bag.
Yeah. So there are certain rules that they have that you can't actually go onto the field at a certain time. To do your warm-ups, so they're quite particular when it comes to that standard. But then again, I mean, when you look at the teams that are playing, it was the quality is way higher. I mean, I was with Home United and we were actually playing the AFC Cup then, and so we played teams in Lebanon and stuff like that, and it was really, really good quality stuff.
Got battered last year, the S-League,
especially against JDT and Kitchi. I mean, these are 2 of the best East Asian teams in the AFC Cup, and they're back again in it this season after, unfortunately, they fell in the 2nd round of the Champions League playoff.
Yeah, JDT a bit unlucky, eh?
Yeah.
Penalties, not nice.